my Pokemon BATAW series, the main detail that sets my competitive battle videos apart from the dozens of others is that my team compositions pull from a limited selection of Pokemon that I call my Yoshiller Pokemon bubble. I've taken pride in the fact that I've been able to craft and work with so many different strategies over the years. Of course, even within this smaller cast of Pokemon, some members have had consistently higher usage rates than others. Naturally, I try to incorporate my ace Pokemon Bayleaf, now a Meganium, in a variety of different battles, and certain Pokemon such as my Blaziken, my Weavile, and my Palafin have appeared in plenty more battles than, say, my Absol, my Go-Goat, or my Tatsugiri. Regardless, I still attempt to give each of my Pokemon a fair shot and to try to find any sort of strength, whether it be a unique ability, a unique move, or a specific stat spread, and construct a team that plays to each one's benefits. Now that I've already proven that I'm capable of making it to the Master Ball rank in both the singles and doubles categories of Pokemon Champions, and now that the ranks have essentially been reset as we moved into a new month, I'd like to see if I can give some of my lesser used Pokemon a chance to appeal in the spotlight. And for today's video, I'd like to grant that opportunity to my Simipour. While I would say that Simipour is among my toughest to use Pokemon, I would not call him my weakest Pokemon. Technically that'd be Shedinja, possibly Alcremie, or the base version of Mawile. There's no doubt that he certainly aided me during my walkthrough back in Pokemon White and in the Pokemon World Tournament Kanto League in Pokemon White 2. He just may otherwise be my all-time least used Pokemon on the competitive side of my battling ventures. He was unavailable in both Pokemon Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet, and when he was available back in Pokemon X and Y and Pokemon Sun and Moon, I typically picked one of my other water types such as my low-ticker Quagsire. So, now was the prime time for me to experiment with Simipour. Simipour is currently available in Pokemon Champions, and now are his best odds of proving himself. Pokemon Champions currently has a limited roster of available Pokemon and a small assortment of available items. As time will go on, more Pokemon and more items will be added to the game. The more Pokemon and items get added to the game, the more of a difficulty curve he'll face as he gets power crept by formerly dominant Pokemon. So, while the selection is limited, these are the best odds that Simipour may have. Unfortunately, there is another problem working against this water-type monkey. See, Simipour formerly had access to the move Water Pledge back in the Generation 7 games, which is a move that has unique properties if used in a double battle alongside Grass Pledge or Fire Pledge. I had been hoping to incorporate some shenanigans with this move, and it appears that each of the Pledge moves were removed entirely from Pokemon Champions. So with that idea thrown out, I'm now left to deal with Simipour's relatively mundane moveset. In reading up on Simipour's viability, most online strategies for this old ape suggest a straightforward vanilla approach with a stat buffing move or two, and then attacking with a move of my choice. Yeah, that's pretty reasonable. However, I believe I may have stumbled upon something a bit more interesting. While Simipour may no longer be included in the exclusive list of Pokemon that can learn Water Pledge, he is in the exclusive list of Pokemon that can learn Stuffed Cheeks. This move allows for the user to immediately consume its berry and then raise its defense by 2 stages. And while I'd love to pair this move with something like a Starf Berry or an Apricot Berry to reliably boost Simipour's other stats as well, merely recovering Simipour's HP while boosting his defenses may prove sufficient enough. To further play into this, I'll also tack on the move Recycle, so that Simipour can repeatedly regain his berry and reuse it in succession, so as to be the most obnoxious Simipour that any opponent shall ever face. Then, I'll also pair him with the move Rock Tomb, so as to provide a bit of extra utility for his allies, and since there's no Pokemon immune to Rock-type moves, this can allow Simipour to potentially spill one on his own in case he's my last Pokemon standing. So, let's give this strategy a try. I acknowledge that it may not be the most optimal strategy for Simipour, sure. With all that in mind, it is a strategy that only a Pokemon like Simipour can provide. And now's the prime time for me to test it out. Let's see if I can climb back to Master Ball rank while incorporating one of my all-time least used Pokemon. Game on! I am not feeling super confident about this team. I suppose I can still tweak things as I go along. That's one of the plus sides of this game. Whereas if I was playing this back in Pokemon Sword and Shield or Scarlet and Violet, if I wanted to make even the slightest adjustment to my team, I might have to re-EV train a lot of my Pokemon, right? So that's why I'm glad that we have a designated competitive battling game. In any case, let's see. Norichica. Alright, Norichica. I suppose I don't have to bring Simipour to every match. I just would like to try Simipour out on you, even though you got Manectric and Victory Bell. And then, I don't know, do I want to lead Zoroark in case he leads Lucario? Because if he leads Lucario, I can't flinch it anyway, right? So why don't we lead with Zoroark? Well, how valuable is that fake out? Hang on. I gotta bring Zoroark. Deal with the Lucario. And the Frostlass, for that matter. So then I guess Pokemon number 4 should be my own Lucario? Or Goodra? What, Goodra to deal with Gyarados? And Manectric? I guess so. Let's try that. Let's try that. Oh, and Victory Bell. Like, I feel like he's not going to bring Victory Bell. He might. I feel like he might look at my team and realize Victory Bell's probably not a good idea. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he's feeling super threatened by my Simipour, right? Let's just see. Oh, he's actually starting off with Victory Bell and Lucario. Man, I am not good at calling this. All right. Well, why don't we just go for it then? Why don't we stuff these cheeks and then Weavile... I mean, okay. If the Lucario outspeeds with Bullet Punch or any move, really, Weavile still survives with 1 HP. So why don't we just go straight for the triple axle onto Victory Bell and then just stuff cheeks with Simipour and see if we can get that ball rolling, yeah? Let's just go for it. Not even gonna fake out. All right. Oh, did it? Oh, you know what? This probably is a bot. Well, that's okay. Even if it is a bot, it allows me to at least somewhat deploy the strategy so I can see the potential of this here Simipour. I can at least get footage of it. All right, this is a bot. There's no way that Simipour outspeeds Lucario. No shot. All right. Yeah, the way to tell if this is a bot is if I make my next few moves immediately and they load immediately with like no hesitation, then it's a bot. All right. But the fact that he didn't Mega Evolve either of them is usually pretty telling. All right, so then we go into Recycle, and then we Protect, I guess, right? Let's see. Yeah, this is a bot. Okay, well, they can't all be bot matches, so I get to test out my Simipour strat. Vacuum Wave the whole time. Okay, I guess it was wise of you to start with Brick Break. It's a bot, it doesn't matter. But at least I can show you what this looks like. So you use Stuffed Cheeks to get the defense boost, and you use Recycle to get the berry back. So this could actually be an extremely messed up strategy once more berries get introduced into the game. The problem with that is as more berries get introduced into the game, so do more Pokemon, and so the power creep only continues. All right, let's give some of my other Pokemon a chance, yeah? If you are going for Vacuum Wave again, and I don't know if you are because you're a bot, and I don't know if you actually have rational thinking or if you just pick a move at random like you're throwing a dart at the dartboard. Okay, well, you didn't go for Vacuum Wave again. So, I have inclination to believe that you do pick your moves at random. Great. Awesome. All right. Oh, that's actually smart. But you... but you copied what would have been Weavile, who would have been dead. I don't know. Okay. We keep it going. We keep it going. All right, if this really is a bot, then I may as well use this opportunity to get some extra B-roll footage, right? So why don't we trick my Choice Scarf onto you, get you locked into using one move. Yeah. If you're a bot, do you even have Pixelate on that Sylveon, or are you going to have Cute Charm or something? Let's see. All right. You weren't even holding an item. Okay. So I get nothing. Boom Blast. All right. Onto what you believe is a Goodra, but it's actually a Zoroark. Even so, that probably... Of course, you got the special attack drop. Whatever. Here you go. Now I got B-roll footage of Simipour and Hisui and Zoroark standing beside each other. Isn't that neat? Metal Sound. Metal Sound. So you can lower my special defense. So your moves are Vacuum Wave, Brick Break, Metal Sound, and what exactly? All right, why don't we just get footage of everything? So why don't we Helping Hand the Zoroark, even though I got a special attack dropped, and then we'll just Shadow Ball this Sylveon, because I'm not worried about this Lucario. All right, so boom. Footage of Simipour using Helping Hand. That's the mindset I have, folks. I've got that content creator mindset. Always got to be looking for footage opportunities. Okay, you used Metal Sound and then you used Vacuum Wave, and that's all it did. A Simipour is not that bulky, I assure you. Dang, okay, I'm glad I got the special defense drop. I didn't think that special attack drop was going to do that much to me. Well, Zoroark, it's been a pleasure. At least I got footage of Simipour and Zoroark working together, and technically I had a quick shot of Simipour and Goodra working together, and I trust that that will happen again in the future, so why don't we just send Weavile back out? Alright. I am intentionally making this match much closer than it needs to be. Okay, here we go. So, why don't we just Helping Hand you, and then we can take out you. Alright, just to get that extra damage in there. Boom. Alright. So Fake Outs onto the Sylveon. Boom. Dang, Helping Hand, Fake Out does 30%, that's pretty good. See, that's how you know it's a bot. Alongside all the other tells. The fact that you could have just KO'd Weavile that has 1 HP remaining, and instead you used Metal Sound! Metal Sound! The only way I'm gonna win with the Simipour is if I'm fighting a bot that's picking its moves at random. Alright, let's go. Alright. There you go. There, now there's footage of myself using Rock Tomb. Yeah, my EV investments are in bulk, so I didn't expect that to do a lot of damage. Dude. Okay. Alright. So is your fourth move gonna be Flash Cannon? Because otherwise, what's the point of lowering my special defense? Alright. We go again. We move. Alright, and then I mean... This will just triple axle, right? Just triple axle it. It'll resist. We'll see how much damage it does. So it was Bullet Punch. So why do you have Metal Sound? That lowers my special defense. Oh my god. This match just... I could have ended this match a long time ago. This is my fault. Alright, well, I got to showcase Simipour taking down a Pokemon on his own accord. That special defense drop I got onto the Sylveon meant absolutely nothing. What do you mean communicating? We all know it's a bot. Alright. Gyarados, are you gonna intimidate? Yes. Okay. That's fine. Here we go. Admittedly, I kind of forgot you had a fourth Pokemon in the back. It's whatever. You're a physical attacker. I buffed my physical defense. Alright, and then... I'll just protect. Just in case that Bullet Punch is coming out. With these bots, you never know, right? Okay. So Rock Team Boom. Simipour just outspeeding everything, apparently. Alright. Well, cool. You're not Mega Evolving that Gyarados either, for that matter. Although that's a particularly common Mega, it's just thought it was worth pointing out. Frankly, I don't know why oh, what a special attacking Gyarados. Oh, you're definitely a bot. Golly, and you don't even care that you hurt your own Lucario. Okay. Well, now I'm eating my berry naturally, and then I can get that back by using Recycle. I'm wondering if that's even worth it at this point. May as well, and then I can eat it again. Alright. And then why don't we just triple axle? Why don't we just triple axle the Gyarados? I had to reconsider. I think even okay, there it is. Golly. I don't know if it's scary to play against someone who knows what he's doing or someone who doesn't. You know, would you rather play against a sharpshooter or someone shooting willy-nilly with a pistol? I got no idea. Alright, get my berry back. Eat it once more! There you go. See, this could be a fun strategy if I had different berries to play with, otherwise Citrus Berry is my best bet. Okay, so now you're going for Waterfall, alright. Well, were you afraid that your Bullet Punch wasn't going to do 1 HP to the Weavile? Alright. Goodra. We all knew this day was coming, okay, girl? So why don't we just have you finish the job, yeah? Alright, so... I guess I can recycle again, get my berry back again. I just gotta keep track of when I do and don't have the berry. Alright. I get an Ancient Power boost and I can speed up the duration of this fight, because this is going on way longer than it needs to. Alright, I don't know what I'm gonna do with all this Simipour footage. I have it though. Oh, Goodra, I'm glad you dodged that, I guess. Boom. Because I mean, the Lucario could actually use Vacuum Wave on you and deal a pretty penny's worth of damage. Okay. Scary Face, yeah. Yeah, it's a bot. So a Gyarados with Surf, Waterfall, Scary Face. If you want any hope in this world, Gyarados, your last move better be Ice Fang or something. Okay, here we go. Simipour, lend Goodra a hand, would you? Give her a round of applause. There you go. She deserves it. She's really been an anchor on a lot of my teams. Alright. Cool. Take that berry back, thank you. Yep. Alright, so now I am berryless. And then Helping Hand, Ancient Power, I might take you out. Awesome! That's why I like using Helping Hand. I'm glad it's a priority move. Alright. There we go. Oh man, you're lucky I got rid of Flamethrower and replaced it with Ancient Power. So why don't we go ahead and Helping Hand it again? And then we'll, I guess I could actually just do Chilling Water, yeah? Alright. The enemy could be using Vacuum Wave over and over and over. Let's see what you got in mind. Alright, you could just spam Vacuum, nope, you're going for Bullet Punch. I'm at like, what, +4 defense? Great. Glad I could show footage of Simipour taking hits repeatedly. Alright. That was a crit? Yeah. Alright. Well, maybe, I mean, I guess may as well just go for Helping Hand, Chilling Water, why not, right? Alright. I was afraid, I want to be done with this fight. What are you waiting for? This is not a human player. Okay, what are you trying to load? A number between 1 and 4, so you know which move to use with this Lucario? Dude. Can't even be bothered to use a fighting move. He has to use a steel move. It's really gotta force me to win because I'm using Simipour. Okay, great. Another crit for good measure. Thank you. Alright. And then I got plenty of footage of Simipour. Now, I don't have to bring Simipour to every battle. And frankly, I shouldn't bring Simipour to every battle. Still, the purpose and premise of this video of my Pokémon BATAW series is to showcase the highs and lows of Simipour, so we'll see how that goes. What the heck is a performance bonus? Is it like bonus points for the fact that I was in Master Ball ranking in the past? Because if so, that's neat. That definitely skews things in my favor to get to Master Ball rank again more easily. Alright. Well, plus, since I won that last match, I should be due to fight a human player, right? AOI, I mean, that sounds like it's a human player's name. Let's see. What you got? Oh, we got us a Sand team, which could be prime time for Simipour, actually. Primarily because Simipour is played around physical bulk, and Sand teams usually are physically offensive. Hydreigon's probably a special attacker, and so is Rotom, but that's why I got Meganium. So, let's see. Probably Lucario for this. Because I've run Lucario as a mixed attacker. It's just if I bring Lucario, I can only Mega Evolve one or the other. And I probably want Goodra to deal with Hydreigon and Corviknight and Rotom. Well, okay, if I bring Zoroark, then I can trick a Choice Scarf onto Corviknight. We gotta decide. I want all of them. That's why I like 6v6 doubles. Alright. Till that day comes, why don't we bring Meganium for this one? Meganium fares well against the majority of them. And then Zoroark in the back. Weavile's probably not going to be as particularly useful here, so we'll bench him. It's just, do I want Lucario or not? I think that's probably the way to do it. That way I can comfortably switch into Goodra, should he start with Rotom, and he might. Otherwise, I'm hoping Simipour fares pretty well here. Alright. We starting with Sand, or are we starting with Rotom? We are starting with Sand. Yeah, that sounds about right, which makes me all the more grateful that I opted to start with Simipour and Meganium. Now, in preparation of that Excadrill, using a Steel-type move on Meganium, I'm actually not going to Mega Evolve her this turn. So why don't we go ahead and just start setting up. So we'll stuff Cheeks, and then I'm not going to Mega Evolve in preparation of using a Steel move. Excadrill usually runs a Focus Sash, so I'm a bit more inclined to go for Mud Slap on it to at least break the Focus Sash, drop its accuracy, and then go for Giga Drain on a subsequent turn. That's kind of where my head's at right now. Let's see. This is a very gimmicky team. That's the thing with these lower ranks. Oh, you're Mega Evolving the Tyranitar. I thought maybe you're going to Mega Evolve the Excadrill. That does change things. Well, let's see what happens. They're still both physical attackers. Was I right in not Mega Evolving my Meganium? Yes, I was. Okay. I did less than half. That's awesome. Alright. Then you get your defense boost. I guess I underestimate how fast Simipour actually is. I rarely use this Pokemon. Okay. Well, that works out for me because he used Knockoff after I used the berry. So that's awesome. Okay, and then I'm going to get pelted by Sand. Okay, accuracy dropping. A little bit of a bummer that I don't have a water-type move to deal with the situation. I didn't want to be stuck in a scenario where the last Pokemon I'm fighting has water absorb, you know? Perhaps I was overthinking that. Well, why don't we switch out of here and go into Goodra in preparation of him using Iron Head again, and that way it'll drop his speed. Or with any luck, he'll miss because I lowered his accuracy, right? Protect, okay, that still works for me. Oh, is he gonna go for Earthquake here? No, he wouldn't go for Earthquake. That would do nothing to Meganium. I think he's just using Protect because he was afraid I was gonna use a Grass type move on it. Rock Slide, okay. We're okay. Simipour's took like a champ. Awesome. Okay. And there we go, now my berry's back. Alright. Yeah, that's the thing with these lower tier matches. You really don't know what's gonna happen. So, we'll keep it moving. Alright. I guess I can go for Recycle again and get my berry back, right? Or do we Rock Tomb and try to slow down the Excadrill even further? Because that thing in the sand is one of the fastest things in the game. Perhaps the play is to get my berry back. Let's just go for that. And then Chilling Water you. Let's see. Or Chilling Water either of them, really. Let's see. Tyranitar going back into what? Rotom, fine. So my attack won't do much damage. Oh, are you gonna do Earthquake? Frick. Alright. Well, let's see how much it does to the Simipour. That'll deal a decent chunk of damage to Goodra. Good job, Goodra! Good girl! Alright. We're okay. So we recycle once more. Yeah, you do not know what you're dealing with the Simipour. Dude's probably never seen a Simipour in his life. Can't say I blame you. I'm making it work, though. Making it work. Got a real gimmicky strategy here. Trying to do something only Simipour can do. Because Greedence is not in the game yet. Alright, so there we go. So Earthquake probably coming again, yeah. Neither of these Pokemon have Protect. I best keep... Well... Okay. Let's keep Simipour in and just go for... it's because he's going to use an Electric move and probably KO Simipour right here, right? And then maybe switch into Meganium. Let's see. That's probably just going to be how it has to be. Goodra's too valuable to lose right now. Meganium, you can tank that Earthquake. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Wondering if it's better to put a water move on Simipour. I don't know just yet. Oh, okay, and then Thunderbolt or something, Volt Switch or something from the Rotom. I guess we'll see in a moment. And we'll see how well Simipour can take it. Okay, so boom, restoring that health. Okay, 82 damage or Thunderbolt. 82 damage or less. No. I guess I needed it to do like 70 damage or less because the Sandstorms don't affect, huh? Yikes. Okay. The most damage I've done in this battle has been thanks to the Sandstorm. Problem is, I never lowered its speed. I did break its potential Focus Sash. Does Zoroark with Choice Scarf outspeed Sand Rush Excadrill? Guess I'm gonna have to hope so. And then I just have to bank on that, right? If Zoroark outspeeds, the Meganium's fine. If he doesn't outspeed, the Meganium dies. We'll find out in a moment. I also did lower his accuracy, so there is the chance that he could still just miss. We'll find out in a moment. Okay, can't even see it anymore. No, frick! Oh, he does still outspeed. He outspeeds Zoroark with a Choice Scarf. Meganium, you're the best! You are the Mega Mom! Okay. Alright, well, let's see what happens now. There is hope yet. Okay, boom. So Excadrill down. There's still a friggin' Mega Tyranitar. Oh, wait. Does Mega Meganium outspeed Rotom? What's the Rotom doing? Okay. Well, you're going after Zoroark anyway, but I'm glad you just missed. Okay. Give me that health back. Awesome! Alright, there is hope yet! So Mega Tyranitar and what else? Corviknight, maybe? If it's Corviknight, Zoroark outspeeds and can possibly pick up a KO with Flamethrower. We'll find out in a moment. There is hope yet. Okay, well, Sandstorm. I needed the Sandstorm to last one more turn so that when the Tyranitar came back in, it would have just subsided after the fact. Oh well, that's fine. Okay, so Tyranitar, welcome back. Okay. Hydreigon. Okay. Well, this is not great for Zoroark. I should probably just sack the Zoroark then, yeah? Well, I guess I'm gonna have to. Alright, then, see, I got rid of Focus Blast in favor of Psychic, and now I actually want Focus Blast. Whatever. Alright, and then... there's no sense in me protecting, right? Why would I protect? I have to go for Giga Drain. Okay. He's thinking too, huh? What are you thinking about? I feel like it'd be a little more obvious for you. You know what my team is. Okay, so Flamethrower. If I pick up a burn, that's huge. Come on, burn. That's the sound effect of you getting burned. No? Doggone it. Alright, that's a smart move for you to use. I'm not too worried about my special attack going down, though. As long as I'm still restoring health. Okay, Zoroark, you did great. Thank you. Alright, and what's the Tyranitar doing? Okay. Oh, that actually KO'd? I thought I could take that. Darn it. That didn't work. I played that pretty badly. Trying to think, like, what were the mistakes? Besides just bringing Simipour. I mean, could I have won that had I brought Weavile instead? I don't know. Tyranitar Excadrill is a pretty nasty combination, and my team comp is weird because it's based around Simipour. Oh, I knew this wouldn't be easy. It is gonna be harder than I thought. Oh, God. Alright. You know, I possibly could have won that if I picked up a burn on the Tyranitar, and the Hydreigon was Choice Scarf locked into Snarl. So, that could have worked. I'm not trying to be so hard on Simipour. I should be nice to Simipour, and this is on me for running such a gimmicky, seldom useful strategy. I'm just really adamant about trying to get this strategy to work before I do something much more straightforward and vanilla. Because then it's like, really, why would I use Simipour in place of a different water type, you know? And I guess the reason is because there's only 150 or so available Pokemon in the game, and Simipour is one of them. I'm just trying to do something that only Simipour can do, because I figure that's a lot more fun. I like using moves that are limited in selection and see if I can make them work. Alright, Minako. Are you one of those players that uses Mega Steelix or Mega Drampa? Because if so, that's exciting. Otherwise, I suppose you could just use Mega Charizard. Whatever. I'll go for it. So why don't we do... Well, okay. I do want to bring Simipour to this match. I don't know how I want to start. Why don't we put... probably Goodra and Lucario in the back. It's just, once again, if I bring Lucario, I can't bring Meganium. So why don't we do... No, I think Lucario is probably better here, because Lucario has Rock Tomb to deal with Charizard, has fighting moves to deal with Steelix, and Drampa. So, Meganium, why don't you sit this one out, and then we'll have Zoroark disguised as Lucario. And that actually seems believable, that I would lead with Lucario. That is a viable disguise. And, I mean, the moves I'm using, so that Zoroark has, so Shadow Ball and Psychic, Lucario can definitely learn. I think Lucario can learn Flamethrower? No, maybe not Flamethrower. Shadow Ball and Psychic, yes. So, here we go. Let's see what we got. Boy, am I glad you are starting with Gengar. Alright, well, then we'll Shadow Ball you and pray that you're not Focus Sashed. And let's give Zoroark, or Lucario, a little hand here, huh? There we are. And this time, Simipour's on the right. Gotta mix up my footage a bit, huh? Gotta get all that prime Simipour. Oh, the jig is up. It was a Zoroark all along, but it's fine. It's the poster child of the 5th generation disguising himself as the poster child for the 4th generation, because he sure as heck didn't have the same lasting appeal as Lucario did, that's for sure. Still, I love Zoroark all the same, especially this Hisui form. Golly. All right, well, I'm glad Gengar's down. That sucks that my Shadow Ball is disabled. That means I can't do anything. I'm forced to switch. Is this another bot? This is another bot. I don't want a pity win. The fact that that selection was that fast, that means this is a bot. All right. Well, I ain't switching. I'm playing around the fact that you're a bot. All right, so we're gonna Rock Tomb you and see what happens, huh? We're gonna show that putting Rock Tomb on... Hang on. That's crazy. So because I'm locked into another move, just pressing fight immediately ends that turn. I didn't realize that's what happens. Yeah, this is a bot. I don't want a pity win. I want to be able to win naturally. Dang, that did I was gonna say, that did a lot for a struggle. Okay. And then I outspeed because you're a bot and your stats are all over the place. All right. I don't want a pity win. I want to prove that I can beat a human player. Whatever. Now I have footage of Simipour on the right. Fake tears! You're an Azumarill! What are you doing? You use Aqua Jet, Play Rough, and a punching move of your choice. Usually Ice Punch. Whimsicott in the back! Yeah, this is a bot. All right, let's go, Lucario. And then Simipour, you want to stuff your cheeks? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. They're just gonna use scary face and fake tears or whatever. All right, let's just do Rock Tomb then. Let's go on the offensive. Yeah, this is a bot. If it's going that quickly, it's a bot. All right, there we go. Rock Tomb it. I don't want these pity wins. I want to prove that I'm a competent trainer. And while I was able to demonstrate that by getting the Master Ball rank in both singles and doubles. Okay, I don't know. I don't know what you're doing. Seed Bomb on Whimsicott? I mean, I guess. Surf on Azumarill? I mean, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. Alright, let's not lollygag then. Let's wrap this up, yeah? Lucario, Mega Evolve you, just finish off the Whimsicott, and I shouldn't need to use Helping Hand. Whimsicott's very fragile. And I still have my berry? Okay. And why don't we just stuff my cheeks with it? There we go. There we go. Mega Lucario, one of the most powerful Megas in the game! Just figured I'd point that out. It's got adaptability, so his fighting steel moves get upped in power. Still got a competent special attack stat, so that's why I'm running him mixed. Cool. Bye, Whimsicott. Too bad bots can't forfeit. Alright, stuff those cheeks, Simipour. There you go. There you go. What do you got now, Azumarill? Are you gonna use Surf, or are you gonna... Yeah. Okay. Alright, and then my Pokemon in the back is Goodra. So really, I would have to intentionally fumble this in order to lose. Yeah, Bullet Punch, whatever. Whatever, like, does it matter? Let's see how much this does. Okay, because this will hit for neutral damage. Alright, let's see. I suppose I could have also just used Psychic, but I get stabbed from this. I get adaptability bonus. Or at least half. Aqua Jet. Onto Simipour? Man! I don't need that much pity, come on! I'm choosing to use Simipour. Wasn't forced to use Simipour. I actually like this monkey. Alright? Golly! Alright. This ought to wrap it up then, yeah? There we go. Bullet Punch. Thanks, Cairo. Knew I could count on you. Alright, pity one, whatever. Hey, though, I won the previous match, right? Why did it make me fight against a bot again? I haven't been losing that much. It's been like every other match. So that should be a 2-win streak, right? So I should hopefully fight an actual human player in the next match then, yeah? Alright, you guys have seen how the Simipour strategy works. There you go, yeah, I'm Great Ball now. No more bots, right? Only human players? Let's go. Alright. I can do this. I can prove that I am a competent player and that I am willingly using a Simipour. Look, throughout my years as a competitor, I've used plenty of other gimmicky strategies in the past, and I thoroughly enjoy doing so. I used a Musharna with Stored Power, and I paired it with Drapion using Acupressure. That was interesting. I used a throw that utilized Storm Throw and Circle Throw to shut down bulky walls. I've had my fair share of fun using Frostlass with Destiny Bond, and I even used Noctowl with a Blunder Policy. Okay? So, hopefully, people can understand that maybe, just maybe, I'm cooking something here. I say, as my opponent has an Arbok on the team. Alright. Yeah, Arbok was always an interesting Pokemon to me because it's a Pokemon that hasn't been affected by the passage of time. Alright, well, I'm bringing Zoroark just in case. Yeah, Arbok doesn't have a regional form, it doesn't have a Mega, it doesn't have a Dynamax, it doesn't have a Z-move. It's just a... They have a bunch of intentionally underused Pokemon here in this first season of Pokemon Champions because it's the only time they're going to ever be able to shine. I think that's very interesting. Alright, otherwise, this is my shot at fighting a Sand team again. I best bring Zoroark in case he does start with Farigiraf, or Arbok for that matter. And then... what do we want in the back? Meganium or Lucario? Weavile's not going to be much good here. Meganium, Goodra, go on the side of Bulk. That's what I did last time, though, and it didn't work out too well, did it? But last time I started with Meganium. The last time I didn't bring Lucario at all. Okay, let's do Lucario then. Alright, whatever. Alright, so hopefully people can trust that maybe I'm cooking something. Perhaps I'm cooking something with these berries. I just want to prove that I'm a somewhat competent and capable player, one that can play on the same field as some of the world's greatest. And I feel as though I can somehow prove myself if I can prove that Simipour is viable with a unique strategy, one that I, myself, created without any sort of outside influence, okay? So, let me just try this. I know it's not the most optimal strategy. I know, it's just something unique. I'm trying to show my creativity, okay? Alright. Let's go for the defense boost first. And see what happens here. Alright, unless he goes for double Earthquake, and he won't because he'll take out his own Pokemon. He could do double Rock Slide, which I don't think he do because as far as he's concerned, he's fighting Lucario, who can't flinch because of Inner Focus. Alright, so you do believe that that's Lucario. Oh, yo, I'm so glad you brought Arbok, though. Oh, the jig might be up. Oh, what? Zoroark can't take that anyway? Frick! Ah! Alright, well, Arbok is a physical attacker. And it has Intimidate for its ability. I actually forgot about that. Okay, here. Defensive boost, go. Alright, let's see what happens next. Alright, I'm using an underused Pokemon with Simipour. You're using an underused Pokemon with Arbok. I respect it. I do. Yeah, this first season of Pokemon Champions, like 75% of the Pokemon are these weird gimmick Pokemon because this is the only time where they're ever going to have some sense of viability. All right, no way you go for Earthquake. If you do, it means Arbok's protecting, and I won't get to see what it does yet. It probably has Glare. That was the main thing you did with Arbok back in the day. A 100% accurate paralysis move. I mean, Thunder Wave was 100% accurate back in the day too, and then Thunder Wave got nerfed going into Generation 6. So that means Glare is the only 100% accurate paralysis move, and it's only on, like, Serpentine Pokemon. So Arbok and Superior. Not Milotic, though. Okay. No flinching, no flinching, no flinching. Oh my god! Come on! Oh my god! I can't take it! No flinching, no flinching, no flinching, no flinching, no flinching. Alright, thank you. That helps. That goes a long way. It's fine. You're just gonna paralyze both my Pokemon? Fine. Fine. Fine, fine, fine. So does Arbok actually even like slot well onto the rest of your team, or are you just like me and you're trying to record a YouTube video of yourself using an underused Pokemon that's been on your team for a while and you're trying to demonstrate its viability? Because if so, I can respect it. Simipour, in most circumstances, does not slot well into my team. I'm just a very curious individual. Alright. I best take out the Excadrill, yeah. Oh, well, if it's Tyranitar, that still helps. It's Charizard, that still works for me. Alright. Rock Tomb. Boom. Alright. This bodes well. Okay. Nice, nice, nice. Yep. Saw that coming. More than anything, I'm just excited to fight an Arbok. Because I don't think I'll have this opportunity again as I climb the ranks. Alright, good girl, Goodra. Alright, so the Charizard is slower, but both my Pokemon are paralyzed, so I don't know how much of a difference that's going to make. Okay. And then are you Mega Evolving it so you can get Solar Beam? Is that the idea? Should I anticipate that? I never got my berry back. Alright, let's go again. Okay. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to. And then just Chilling Water you. Because even if you Mega Evolve into Mega Charizard Y and you change the Sand into Sun, I think Chilling Water will still pick up a KO. Yeah. Yeah, Mega Charizard Y. Fine. Alright, I mean, hey, maybe with the speed drop, maybe Simipour Paralyzed is still faster than you. I doubt it. Let's see. Okay, no more Sand. Heat Wave. Okay. That's an interesting move choice. A little surprised you didn't go for Solar Beam. Alright, got my berry back. Awesome. Do I consume it immediately? I do not, and that should pick up a KO. Awesome, Charizard down! It only leaves the Tyranitar and the Excadrill. And I'm curious as to what the Arbok's gonna do now that both my Pokemon are paralyzed. Dragon Tail. Okay, well that's gonna lower your speed, which doesn't matter because Dragon Tail has negative priority. Fine. Free switch for me. Oh, that works for me. Okay. Well, if you send in Excadrill now, it won't be Sand boosted. You'd have to switch Arbok out, and okay, works for me. Very happy to see that. Okay. And then my Simipour does have +2 defense still. So, hang on. Yeah, I'm at +2 defense. -1 accuracy because of the Intimidate from Arbok earlier. Okay. So why don't we Helping Hand Lucario? And Lucario, you go ahead. You should outspeed everything here, I'm pretty sure. You're gonna get paralyzed this turn if we don't take out Arbok. I think maybe but if you don't take out Arbok, then Tyranitar is gonna KO you. I feel like one of them's gonna have Protect. It might be in my better interest to take out the Arbok. Because Simipour can last the end game against Tyranitar and Excadrill. He can't Mega Evolve anymore. So I don't have to worry about that. Alright, Helping Hand, and then... Psychic, I guess. Guess I'm gonna have to. Alright. Let's see. Arbok's going back. Frick. Well, let's see how much damage a Helping Hand Psychic does against an Excadrill. Huh. It might do more than half, and then maybe I can take it out the next turn with a Bullet Punch or something. I have Bullet Punch, I don't have Mach Punch. If I had Mach Punch, I would not be in this situation. Oh my god! Alright, let's see what Psychic does. Alright, so if I had Helping Hand, yeah, maybe I would have been able to take it out next turn with a Bullet Punch. Golly, okay, well boy am I glad to see Rock Slide. Guess you wouldn't use Earthquake if you were switching. Alright. Using up my berry again. Alright, so I'm still at +2 defense. That Arbok's gonna come back in and intimidate me again, and that's gonna mess stuff up. Why don't we just bring Lucario back for a moment? Because as it stands, Bullet Punch will not deal enough. I need to deal some chip damage with Simipour. And then maybe on the next turn, a Helping Hand Bullet Punch might do enough. Helping Hand Bullet Punch against Excadrill from an adaptability Lucario. Oh my god, what now? Okay, well, I don't have to worry about using Earthquake. Okay, and then Lucario's not intimidated. Okay, but that'll lower your speed. That makes direct contact. That'll lower your speed. That's huge. Okay, it's fine. Goodra, it was worth it. The switch was worth it. It meant that Lucario wasn't intimidated. All right. Now Mega Lucario might actually outspeed naturally. Okay. All right, all right, all right. All right, Lucario. It's up to you now. Okay, I'm gonna get paralyzed this turn because of the glare from Arbok. Okay, so why don't we stuff Cheeks again? Or I have to recycle first. So we recycle. Okay. And then maybe go after the Arbok. Because what if he might use Protect with Excadrill? He might switch out Excadrill, frankly. So let's Psychic onto the Arbok and just take that out and be done with it. Alright. Okay, so he is switching. Tyranitar back in. Okay. So take out that Arbok. There we go. Special attack and Mega Lucario. Works for me. We'll see what happens when Mega Lucario Z gets added to the game. For now... Oh my god, man. Oh my god! Paralysis is supposed to be like a 1 in 4 chance of fully paralyzing me, and this dude got it twice now. In hindsight, I could have also just gone for Aura Sphere and taken out Tyranitar right here. Alright, recycle. And... I don't have much of a choice. Alright. Let's see what happens. Let's see if Simipour can pick up the endgame here. Okay. So boom. Let's see how much that does. Did at least half. So Aura Sphere might have actually picked up the KO. But I wouldn't have outsped Excadrill would have. Was the play to instead have gone for Aura Sphere onto the Excadrill so that even if he switched into Tyranitar, I would have just KO'd it? Okay, no flinching, no paralysis. No flinching, no paralysis. No flinching, no paralysis. Not that Simipour likely would have been able to win this match. I mean, he could have. He could have. I would have used Recycle. I would have got my berry back. I would have gotten back to over half my HP, and then I'd be able to withstand these later hits. Maybe. I've been fully paralyzed or flinched for like 5 turns in this battle. I guess that's the play, huh? Your Arbok strat came into fruition. I feel as though I played cautiously, not optimally, but cautiously. Even if I took out Tyranitar there, let's say I used Aura Sphere into the Excadrill, he would have paralyzed me with Arbok. And then there's really nothing I can do against the Excadrill. Oh my god. Well, I don't know what the Arbok would have done either. Maybe I should have just gone for Aura Sphere, so maybe that's on me. It didn't help that I was fully paralyzed multiple times and I repeatedly flinched. I feel like there was a chance where had I not flinched and had I not been paralyzed for just like one of those turns, I actually could have won that. All right, Vacuum Wave from now on then. All right, priority special fighting type move. Let's try that for now on. This better not put me against another bot. I get the idea of there being a bot or two when you're in your earlier ranks, so you feel incentivized to keep continuing. That's an evolution team, so I don't think it's a bot. Evolution teams are kind of fun. They do provide an interesting layer of strategy because each evolution specializes in a specific stat, right? And I've considered running a couple myself because I use 4 evolutions and Eevee. 2 boys, 2 girls, and then Eevee herself as a girl. So, I mean, I could do something like that one day. For now, the focus is on Simipour. And I feel as though I don't have to bring Simipour to every battle. I would like to bring him to this battle. So that way my opponent here, Kanebone, has no idea what hit him. Alright, and then do we want Lucario in the back or Meganium in the back? Lucario fares well against the Glaceon and then the the Umbreon, kind of the Jolteon. But Meganium would have really only done well against the Vaporeon, and even then Vaporeon usually runs an ice move. So, let's see what we got. Either one of us are having win streaks, apparently. Let's go. You better not be a bot! Flareon and Espeon. Kudos to you for actually incorporating Flareon into your evolution team. Usually that's the one that gets sidelined. Okay. So we'll do that. And then we will rock... guess I can go straight for the stuffed cheeks, right? Get the defense boost immediately. Alright. So you think you're fighting Lucario and Simipour. Well, you're certainly fighting a Simipour. Your eyes do not deceive you there. Oh, okay, well, I'm glad I didn't go for the Rock Tomb. Going into Umbreon. Interesting. Well, usually, so Umbreon's hidden ability, I think, is Inner Focus, so it can't flinch. Oh, Espeon with a Focus Sash, huh? So some people run a Baton Pass Espeon. Is that what you're doing? Got the special defense drop. That's awesome. Well, if you Baton Pass it, no. Psychic Terrain, okay. So that means when my Lucario comes in, he won't be able to use Vacuum Wave or Bullet Punch, which is unfortunate because I just gave him Vacuum Wave. Whatever. You forfeited already. You saw Simipour eat that berry and you were like, enough. What was the concern here? Your Espeon had a Focus Sash, so I mean you were supposed to like get hit and like set up your Psychic Terrain, right? Did you forget to do something? That was weird. A win's a win, and I'm glad that we could end that sooner rather than later. I'm a little confused and I'm a bit disappointed. I wanted to know what that evolution strategy was. Oh, at least I brought Simipour to it. I just want to fight more human players, and I want to showcase Simipour winning, but if it seems more optimal to not bring Simipour to a match, then maybe I should take that as a realization that I shouldn't bring him. Let me see what this upcoming team entails. Well, I see some physical attackers in the form of Palafin, Incineroar, and Tandemaus. Or Mousehold, rather. So, why don't we bring Simipour to this one? And have him start alongside... Well, Simipour can start alongside Zoroark. That's not a big deal. Zoroark, if I trick my Choice Scarf onto Arcaludon, that shuts it down. Zoroark can also personally take care of Sinistra. The Palafin's an interesting one. That's actually the main reason I want to bring Simipour, is because of Palafin more than anything. Lucario would be good here. It's just, I kind of also want to bring Meganium, and usually if I bring Meganium, I can't bring Lucario. I mean, I could, I just want to be, I can only Mega Evolve one, and it's more optimal for me to Mega Evolve the Meganium than Lucario in those circumstances. So, rather, base Lucario is more viable than base Meganium. So, at least with the way that I run them. Alright, Sylveon and Palafin, so you did bring the Palafin, that's exciting. I did bring my Simipour, hopefully you're excited. And as far as you're concerned, I also started with Goodra. Ooh. So, I'm tempted to trick my Choice Scarf onto Sylveon and get you locked into one move for the rest of the battle. Well, do we think you have Arcaludon in the back? Because if you do, then I'd want to save my Choice Scarf. Let's just go for it. Trick that onto you. And then switch into my regular Goodra, and that way you're just stuck. That's kind of where my head is at, and then we can take Sylveon for later. Okay, so trick you, and we'll Rock Tomb use. That way, the speed boost that you get from holding a newfound Choice Scarf will be diminished because I'll lower your speed with Rock Tomb. So let's see what you're thinking. And by tricking you, it means you can no longer use Protect. Okay, flip turn onto... Dang! You were just all about it, huh? Did you know it was a Zoroark? Because if that was a Goodra, that would have been a very dumb play. Alright. Very well then. So who's coming out? Is it Arcaludon and I'm going to regret tricking my Choice Scarf onto the Sylveon? Zoroark can still take care of Arcaludon because Arcaludon's more so physically defensive than specially defensive. With any luck, he didn't bring it at all. He probably brought Sinistra. And... I mean, I guess you could have Incineroar. Usually you would start with that. So Arcaludon probably is in the back. Wait, you outsped with Palafin, though. So that means that Palafin is most likely Choice Scarfed. Because if my Zoroark's holding a Choice Scarf and you outsped it, then you're holding a Choice Scarf. So I'm glad I didn't trick the Palafin. Oh, you do have Incineroar. I'm actually quite relieved to see that. Okay. Whatever. So we'll do this. And then... that will now make Sylveon faster, so we'll see what move you're using. Let's see what we got. Okay, no more Fairy Feather, whatever. Hyper Voice. If I knew you were going to switch into Incineroar, I kind of wish I would have swapped the Choice Scarf onto Incineroar, but it's okay. Alright, so that was a very bad first turn, but I can bring this back. Okay, so now you're locked into Hyper Voice and you no longer have a Fairy Feather. That's awesome. So, in between Meganium and Goodra, I guess I'll bring in Meganium. Alright, and then I will now switch into Goodra in preparation of you attacking Meganium. And then I need my berry back, please. I would like that back, so I can try to use Stuffed Cheeks later on. And if nothing else, so I can just keep restoring my health. Okay, cool, so you're out of there. Who's coming in? Mousehold! Alright, well we now know the full team. Got it. Well, Mousehold likes to go for Population Bomb, which is real exciting if you go after Goodra on these next couple of turns. Fake out onto Simipour. Okay, so you don't even know yet that this Goodra has Gooey. Alright, well, Chilling Water the Mousehold. And I would like my berry back, please. I'm getting that berry back. Alright? And man, shoulda, woulda, coulda if I brought Lucario to this match. I'd probably annihilate the team here. Oh! Wait. Incineroar is helping the Mousehold, not the other way around? Oh, God! Ah! Alright, fine. My Pokemon that remain are my bulky Pokemon, and I can still possibly win this. Simipour, this just isn't your match. That doesn't mean I can't win. Alright, let's go again, huh? So hang on, Fake Out, Helping Hand. You probably still have a Fire move, and you probably have Parting Shot or something. Let's see. So Chilling Water, the Mouse, actually. So Palafin's still in the back, I gotta be careful about that. So no Sinistra, which is interesting. So Chilling Water, you. And then I will Protect in preparation of you attempting to attack my Meganium here. Alright, let's see what we got. Mega Mom! Give her the neck pillows! There you go. She needs all the support she can get. There we are. So, yeah, Helping Hand. Now, if you're going after Meganium, hopefully I've just completely blocked that entire attack. Let's see what we got here. Boom. Let's see what we're at. Let's see where we're at. And Aerial Ace. Ooh. Interesting. So Population Bomb, Aerial Ace. I don't even know what else you learn. Protect? I don't know. This is interesting. Okay, so you're both at -1 attack now. Alright, and then Incineroar has leftovers. Okay, okay, okay. Palafin's still in the back. It's going to be Choice Scarfed. And then the Sylveon's Choice Scarfed. So, I mean, really, if I take out both of these Pokemon, I might be okay. Let's go ahead and set up a Leech Seed on it. I'm probably not expecting the bulkier Meganium, because usually people run Meganium with Solar Beam. Not me. I'm prying on that Giga Drain and playing around her bulk. Oh, I'm actually quite relieved to see that. Thank you. So I'm safe this turn, whatever. Dude did not like having that attack drop on his Mousehold. All right, then show me the Sylveon. I'll Leech Seed the Sylveon right now. Not even worried. Let's go. All right, Sylveon, yep. Choice Scarfed. So whatever you, Choice Scarfed, whatever you use, you're locked into. Okay. Boom. That's on you. Now no reason why I can't just Protect spam. Okay. And then the Incineroar is still at -1 attack as well. Just wanted to remind my audience of that. So it's at -1 attack and it's got a Leech Seed on it. You might feel incentivized to switch out, which is more than fine with me. Sylveon is locked into 1 attack. You might just go for Hyper Voice, but both my Pokemon here are especially defensive, so they won't do a whole lot. So, what do you say we? Just slowly chip away at your health. And then I opt for Mud Slap onto you just in case. A slight accuracy drop goes a long way, I'm telling you. That's why I've opted for it over Earth Power. Misty Terrain. Okay, so no status inflictions. Look, you took out the easier members of my team. You took out Simipour and Zoroark. Now you gotta deal with the misses. Alright, you gotta deal with the mighty mom here. The Mega Mom, as it were. And now you're locked into Misty Terrain. Okay, Temper Flare. Good girl, Meganium! Good girl! Oh, yeah. Okay, so Misty Terrain, it makes it so that status, or you can't be paralyzed, you can't be burned. I'm not going for any of that. And now you're locked into Misty Terrain, so you're not even my main target right now. I may as well target the Incineroar then. Works for me. Alright, and if you do switch, great. Even better for me. Alright, and whatever health you're restoring with your leftovers is now going into my Meganium, so I can go ahead and use that Leech Seed to its full potential. Let's Chilling Water you in preparation of a switch, and then we will go ahead and Leech Seed in preparation of a switch. And if you don't switch, then your Sylveon just gets leech seeded anyway, and then you're really gonna have to switch the next turn. So if you don't switch this turn, you're switching the next turn for sure. All right? Yeah, you're realizing that Choice Scarf stays on you. It doesn't go back to me when you switch out. There you go. Perfect. So who's next? Mousehold. Works for me. Okay. So Leech Seed, delicious. Let's keep it going. So now we've got the double seeds. Parting Shot, fine. Meganium's EVs are inner bulk. So if I don't deal as much damage as I normally would, that's fine. Okay. Is Palafin coming in now? Who we got? Or I suppose you could go back into Sylveon, right? Is that the play? Yeah. Okay. Fine with me. And then we do this. Boom. Alrighty. Sylveon's still locked into one attack. I can bring this back. Okay. Delicious. Thank you. Want to switch off that Mousehold again now that its attack is lowered and I got a Leech Seed on it? Because if you want to keep switching, I'll make this work. Okay? That's what happens when you have too many support Pokemon. Alright, let's do Chilling Water, just in case. And then, no use in going for Protect right now. What do you say we just go ahead and Leech Seed the Sylveon again real quick, huh? Like, I could have benefited from a Protect. Oh, Helping Hand. Alright. So is the Sylveon going for Hyper Voice then? What do we got? Works for me! Okay, boom. Makes me all the more grateful I didn't go for Protect this turn. Nice try! Yeah, you don't know what to do against two walls now, do you? What's worse than one wall? Two walls. Alright, boom. So I'll take that back, thank you. Delicious. Alright. Yeah, I don't know if you realize, but Misty Terrain does not boost the power of Fairy moves. It only weakens the power of Dragon moves. All the other terrains boost the power of a specific type of move. Misty Terrain does not. It's more of a utility one, and you're not really playing around it seems. I mean, maybe you thought I was gonna try to poison your Sylveon or something. I would if I could. Alas, Bayleaf and Meganium don't get toxic anymore, so Leech Seed it is. Alright. And maybe now I go for Protect. I mean, I can take another one of those. Is it greedy if I go for Giga Drain? What do you say this? Why don't we... I don't know if I want to go for Chilling Water again. What if I just go straight for the Flash Cannon onto Sylveon? And then I Protect with you. And then if Flash Cannon doesn't KO, I pick up the KO with the Leech Seed, sapping the rest of itself. Switching out, that's probably the best thing you could be doing. Okay, so this won't do a whole lot. Alright. Honestly, I probably should have anticipated a switch, huh? Well, let's see what the Mousehold is doing. It could be going for Aerial Ace, so that could still work for me. U-turn. Nope. Alright. Works for me. And then Flash Cannon. Okay. Maybe I should just keep going for Chilling Water then. Oh, what an obnoxious match. The Misty Terrain looks nice. Not really helping anybody. I guess you setting that up would make it so that if I had a Dragon-type move, it would be weakened in power. That's just not what's happening. So yeah, that's something I could see you playing around. You don't know that my Goodra doesn't have any Dragon-type moves. Alright, let's Chilling Water, the Incineroar, and then you think I can get the double Protect? I do. That's kind of a win condition for me, yeah? Let's play around, and if I don't get it, then I definitely get it the next turn, yeah? So let's see. Okay. And if you switch out anyway and the Protect doesn't matter, then whatever. Oh, he's really thinking, huh? I do not get the double Protect, because of course I don't. Fake out onto Goodra, fine. Alright, and is the Mousehold gonna be U-turning or Aerial Acing? U-turn. Okay. Woo! That did a whopping nothing. The only plus side of getting the double Protect would mean that you can't use U-turn this turn, and I would get Leech Seed health from you, but whatever. That turn was still fine, I guess, so it still worked out even though I didn't get the double Protect. Just want to point out that I did not get the double Protect, alright? Luck seldom goes in my favor. Alright, now that could have Ice Punch. Okay? And now I've got no more Leech Seed on the field. So Meganium doesn't restore health this turn. Goodra does. And Incineroar is slower because you got hit with the Gooey. If you want to go for Parting Shot this turn, be my guest. No more Mist. Alright. Well, do I want a Chilling Water the Palafin? I mean, I could just to lower its attack, right? Or the Incineroar again. Do we really think Ice Punch is coming from that Palafin right now? I guess we'll find out. Let's see what we got. Because you are Choice Scarfed. I'm like 99% certain that you're Choice Scarfed, so it means you'll be locked into that for the rest of the match. Unless you switch again. Let's see what we got. Drain Punch. Not the move I thought you were gonna use. Your speed is lower now. Okay. So with the Choice Scarf, your speed being lowered, you're basically back to neutral speed. Chilling Water. Ugh. Drain Punch is not the move I thought you were gonna use. That is very unfortunate. Still, Protect works out for me here. That does mean that you KO Goodra this next turn, and then I can Giga Drain you and possibly pick up a... Well, I'm at -1 special attack. I don't know if I'll pick up a KO. Drain Punch, yeah, that messes me up. Okay, then I say we just go for this. We just gotta Giga Drain you, right? Or, because your speed will be lowered when you hit Goodra again. So maybe I oughta Leech Seed the Incineroar, or store some health that way, and then on the next turn, when I outspeed you, I Giga Drain you and pick up the KO that way. That's probably the play. Sorry, Goodra. I thought he was gonna go for Ice Punch. Okay. And this way I put some extra pressure on the Incineroar. I think this is probably the play to go for. Okay. Means, no way! No! 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 Not that it matters, he's switching this turn anyway. Just want to point out that, like, it doesn't make a difference. I just wanted to point out that I did not get the double protect, and I did not connect with that Leech Seed there. So can I start cashing in my luck now, please? That's really what I would like. No way he leaves the Palafin in, right? So should I just go for the Mouse Hold? Leech Seed, the Mouse Hold, because he's gonna switch out this Palafin. He's gonna switch it into Incineroar. The Mouse Hold probably goes for Aerial Ace or something, and then I sap the rest of its health with Leech Seed. Okay? Alright. Sylveon, yeah, I just have to take out all 4 of his Pokemon. Mega Mom can do it! Okay, where are we at? That's not so bad. That's not so bad. No, stop! I missed twice in a row! Oh my god, I actually needed that one to connect. Why? There is a chance I could have won this match if that connected. Oh, because I could have protected this next turn, and then the Leech Seed would have KO'd it. Ah. There is a chance I could have brought this entire match back if that Leech Seed connected. Maybe. Now, I don't think I can win, because he can just do Aerial Ace and Hyper Voice. Alright, let's see how much this does. Psychic. Alright. Whatever. Okay. Gosh, man. How different would this match have gone if I got that double protect earlier? That's on me, I played for a risky maneuver. It's just like, I never get this stuff. My opponents always do, of course. Alright, protect. No reason not to go for protect here. He does Helping Hand, Psychic again. Does nothing. He's got no, I mean, he's still gonna go for Psychic with Sylveon. He's locked into it. It's just, does the Mouse Hole try to strike me individually, or does it go for Helping Hand, or do you switch out of it? Okay, it doesn't matter. Okay. Aerial Ace. So the Mouse Hold's moves are Population Bomb, Aerial Ace, U-Turn, and Helping Hand. Got it. Alright, I don't know if I can take another one of those. Can I get the double protect here? I might have to play for that. Come on, man. I'd like to cash in my luck now. Imagine how amazing of a comeback this could be. Alright, I missed a crucial Leech Seed. Can I at least get the double protect now? Please! It's the only chance I have at winning at this point because my luck did not work in my favor earlier. What are you thinking about? No, of course I don't get it. Of course I don't get it. I needed that. I needed that first Leech Seed to connect, or I needed the double protect there, man. Of course I don't get it. Oh my god. Yes, there are absolutely better plays that I could have made there. I still chalk it up to bad luck for a fair deal of that. I play for the double protect, that's the luck of the draw. It's just, that's so unfortunate. The Leech Seed missed twice in a row. Not that the first one would have made a difference. The first one missing is whatever. I needed the second one to get... that one stings. Sometimes it's worth having a Pokemon on my team just as a deterrent. A bench warmer is still a member of the team. Sometimes you want to have something just in your team lineup here so that your opponent on the opposite side thinks you're going to bring it and you never do. So like, I might say, oh man, that guy has a Crabominable, what do I do? Tell you what, Simipour, I love you, buddy. Why don't you sit this one out? All right. Yeah, because these are not, I mean, outside of the Crabominable, these are not really physical attackers. I guess Weirdeer is a physical attacker too. It's usually like setting stuff up though, isn't it? In any case, Simipour, sit this one out. I don't have to bring you to every battle, even though this is supposed to be a video demonstrating your potential. I don't need to bring you to every single battle if I want to climb the ladder. So, Goodra, Lucario. Lucario is really useful here. And then Weavile's Fake Out can shut down anything he's trying to set up. Right, because Weirdeer just gets like Intimidate or something for its ability, doesn't it? So I think we're good. Unless I want to start with Lucario. That's really fine. Yeah, I don't fight Weirdeer that often, so I don't really know what it is. I get Psy Shield Bash, which got stronger in this game. That's all I know. Oh, you got a 2-win streak? Let's see if I can shut that down. Do you think I'm bringing Simipour? I didn't bring it this time. Okay, then starting off with Weavile is great, because I can fake out the Whimsicott and shut that down. So, I guess we can just Shadow Ball the Chandelure, right? You're probably a Mega Chandelure, I can shut that down. And then we will... Yeah, we'll just fake out the Whimsicott, because you're probably going for Tailwind. Tailwind and then like a Chandelure sweep, yep. Well, hopefully Hisui and Zoroark Shadow Ball will be enough to take you out, and if it's not, hopefully in the next turn I can take you out with Weavile. So let's see what we got here. Nice, all right, so boom, thank you. Yes, Weavile, Lucario, two fan favorite Pokemon that I thoroughly enjoy using, except it's not Lucario! It's Zoroark! Goodbye. Works for me. An otherwise perfect first turn. I could stand to have more of those. Okay. Here we are then. What's next? Who's next on the docket? Hello, Weirdeer. Yes, hello. Intimidate, that's what I thought. Well, maybe you realize now this is not a traditional Lucario, or that's not Lucario at all! And I can't use Shadow Ball on you because you're a Psychic Normal type, so you're immune to Ghost types. So, we'll get Weavile out of there. I don't like you being intimidated, Weavile. Have a go at Goodra. Okay, Encore. How about no? You thought I was using Fake Out over and over and over again, and I said no. You want to Encore this so-called Lucario? That's fine with me. Trick Room, no. So it does set stuff up. Hang on, so you brought Weirdeer and Whimsicott to the same match? I guess you were just gonna go like either or, like, well, if I can't get Tailwind, then I'll go Trick Room. Okay, well, like I said, Weirdeer usually sets stuff up. Fake Out will still go through that, which is awesome. It's still priority. Priority's priority, even in Trick Room. And then we can just take out the Whimsicott, and that way we're just down to your last two Pokemon. Normally, I leave your utility Pokemon for the end, because they're not usually the ones dealing damage. It's just that if I take out your Whimsicott now, it removes the potential of you switching. Memento. I forget what that does. Just lowers my special attack. Oh, you KO yourself in exchange for lowering your opponent's special attack. I guess that's smart if you know you're on your way out. So you probably were holding a Focus Sash. Whatever, so that'll do like nothing. Dang! Oh, I was gonna say, okay, even for having my special attack dropped on a Pokemon who has very little EV investments, a special attack, that'd be 52. Alright. Well, who's last? Alright. Yeah, see how much better I am on my game when I'm not trying to shove Simipour into everything? I'm trying, though. I'm trying to make Simipour work. It can be done. I assure you. It's just I gotta make up for all the losses I've been having by not bringing Simipour to a match or two. Crabominable. Okay, well, you can't Mega Evolve it because you already Mega Evolved your Chandelure. So, why don't we instead protect this turn? Because if I fake out one, the other's just gonna kill me, right? So, Crabominable is normally really slow, that's why you set up your Trick Room. Well, I do fake out Crabominable. Well, if I fake out Crabominable, Weirdeer's just gonna attack. If I fake out Weirdeer, Crabominable is just gonna attack. So, I'm wondering if the play then is to scout for a fighting move. So we protect with Weavile, and then we switch into Zoroark in preparation of you using a fighting move, yeah? And then we stall out the Trick Room a little longer. Because Crabominable is really, really slow, but it hits really hard. It really is like an ideal, optimal Trick Room Pokemon. I guess I could use Fake Out this turn and then use Protect the next. No, okay, that worked out. That worked out. That was the play. Okay. Light screen. Okay. Awesome. So, yeah, I really should have faked out the abominable. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Alright. Trick Room's got, what, like 2 turns left? I'd like to keep Weavile alive. That fake out is very valuable. Not to mention his Throat Chop can take out Weirdeer when the Trick Room ends. And then do I want to sack Goodra? Yeah, because he's just going to go for Mach Punch, right? Yeah. I'm realizing now that my team has a glaring weakness to fighting types. Alright, and then we can trick my... Well, he might still be holding a Mega Stone, even though he didn't Mega Evolve it. So let's trick my Choice Scarf onto Weirdeer and see what happens there. Because then it's really locked into one move for the rest of the battle. And no more Trick Rooms. Okay? Fine with me! Absolutely fine with me. Okay? Earthquake. Well, then it means you'd be using Earthquake for the rest of the battle. Does that KO? Oh, we're fine. We're fine. Yeah, I don't know Weirdeer's stats at all. That was a crit? Wowee. Alright. I think this is the play. So give the Weirdeer my Choice Scarf. Here, you have that. Okay, boom. Looking good, looking good. And that way I'm no longer locked into one move. You are, and you're at the wrath with your own Trick Room. So now at the very least, Goodra should outspeed you. Okay, the Crabominable has Mach Punch and Protect, probably an Ice move, and then probably, I don't know, some other fighting move. Or Rock Slide or something. So let's Chilling Water the Weirdeer. And then I guess I have to go for Flamethrower, right? Sack the Weavile at this point. Chilling Water. Yeah, let's just see what happens, right? You used to use Protect this turn. You could go for the Double Protect. I don't think you're going to. Alright, let's see what happens. Let's see where we're at. Drain Punch. Okay, fine. So Goodra goes down. We'll see what the Weirdeer does. So Weirdeer's moves were Earthquake, Light Screen, Trick Room. What else? What was the other one? Size Shield Bash. Okay, so you're locked into that for those. So, that means you can't hurt Weavile. So all I have to do is take out the Crabominable. And Trick Room should be over now, yes? Yeah. Alright, now you still have Mach Punch, which means if I fake out and then Mega Evolve Lucario and then use like a Steel move, I win. Well, you could still use Protect. That's true. Still, that's the way it has to be, right? So we do Bullet Punch onto you, or actually we do this, and then fake out. Yeah, you won't get them both. So fake out onto Weirdeer. So even if you use Mach Punch, I just have to check for Protect. Okay. Well, then what do you say? Mega Evolve, Bullet Punch, fake out onto. I may as well double down, right? Double down. And if he uses Protect, then oh well. Alright, let's see what we got. I don't think Size Shield Bash will take out Lucario right here. I actually don't. I'm not intimidated anymore either, so that's even better. Let's see what we got. Oh, he didn't Protect! That might be game for you, buddy. Because even if Lucario's Bullet Punch isn't KO here, I think Weavile can possibly pick up a KO on the next turn. Alright, let's see what we got. Size Shield Bash. Oh, yeah! Okay. Now, he could Protect here. My point still stands. If he Protects, he doesn't take them both out. If he doesn't Protect, he probably goes for Mach Punch, and Lucario outspeeds with Bullet Punch and KOs him anyway. Let's see what he's going for. Yeah, thank goodness I got no more Trick Rooms. Alright, there you go. Crabominable down, you can no longer win. You'll use Size Shield Bash, and you'll take out my Lucario, sure. You cannot win anymore. Let's see. Unless I just choose to keep spamming Protect, I choose to struggle before you struggle, and then I take myself out. Alright. Very good. Pyro, you are awesome, thank you. Good endgame Pokemon to have. Alright, there's your light screen wearing off. Yeah, actually tricking that Choice Scarf onto you did set me up for a win condition, didn't it? So, just to entertain things. Alright. I was gonna see if I could test my luck and see if Triple Axle connected. And if it missed, I would have made a whole spiel about it. Guess we won't know. Oh, an anonymous trainer, too. Choose to keep your identity a mystery. Very well, then. I will continue to climb in my ranks. We are now up to Great Ball, Rank 1. Awesome. Oh, I didn't bring Simipour to that match. Still, hopefully I've at least demonstrated my competence once more. And hopefully I've demonstrated that I am merely setting a challenge ahead of myself, that I am more than capable of winning these battles. I already got to Master Ball rank, right? I'm just trying to prove that I can do so with unorthodox, less than conventional, very difficult to use Pokemon. And hey, if I don't have to use Simipour for this next match, then I won't. Let's see where we're at. Well, I see a Sneasler, so that means I'm bringing Zoroark. Yeah, Simipour's not really good here either. Sorry, buddy. You'll be used in future battles, and hopefully I'll have an applicable demonstration of showing you winning against a human player. Now, how did I want to do this? Weavile Zoroark to start again. Zoroark is basically my hard counter to Sneasler. So... then you could be running Rain or Hail. You got Pelipper and Vanillix, huh? Probably should bring Lucario then. I mean, yeah, if I'm not bringing Simipour, then it comes down to do I want to bring Lucario or Meganium. And... like, I could see cases where Meganium's useful. It's just, even though she would resist the water moves of Basculegion, something like Archaludon is a problem, and Pelipper could even be a problem, and Vanillix could be a problem, so I'll keep it behind. I think I made the right decision. All right, let's turn that 2-win streak into a 3-win streak. Let's get back to Master Ball rank. Let's go Villain and Sneasler. Well, I'm glad you started with Sneasler. Means that I chose correctly. All right, Weavile, Lucario, the faces of Generation 4, as it were, alongside probably like Garchomp. Anyway, they were both in Pokken. They both appear in Super Smash Bros. Brawl. One is playable, one's a summon. They are both among the fan favorite Pokemon of that generation. Okay, so we may as well fake out Psychic U, ensure your defeat, because there is a chance you are holding a Focus Sash, and fortunately for me, Weavile is slightly faster than Sneasler. Yeah, I'm not worried about you. Go ahead and Mega Evolve. Yeah, it's cool that you're a Grass Fire type with the typing that's long overdue and we got it, and then they gave you Mega Evolution. That's awesome, whatever. I'm taking out the Sneasler real quickly. No way you're going for Protect or something. Yeah, so fake out, boom. And then Lucario can learn Psychic. So as far as you're concerned, this is just a Lucario. You have no idea that this is a Zoroark unless you can hear me commentating from miles and miles away. For all I know, you're in the apartment complex downstairs. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm not worried about that. Oh, baby. No burn, no burn, no burn, no burn, no burn, no burn, no burn. Hopefully I'm not jinxing anything. All right, there we are. All right, Sneasler down. Yes, I love it when I completely throw you in for a loop. All right, well, I could Psychic Throat Chop this thing and hopefully take it out with my combined efforts. Because I'm locked into Psychic now is the problem. I'm not worried about that Villain. I'm worried about Zoroark being locked into one move. So what do you say we go into Goodra? That could come in handy later. And then Throat Chop you, and if you have Aqua Jet or something, then whatever. Weavile was going to go down anyway. Let's see what we got. As far as you're concerned, Zoroark is not in this match. You haven't seen it yet. Oh, Choice Scarf? Gotta be. Good to know. All right, well then you're going back. And into what exactly? And then your Villain will probably use a Grass or a Fire type move. Archaludon. Well, it makes me glad that I didn't trick my Choice Scarf off my Zoroark yet. And you're lucky I got Yui and not Sap Sipper. Perhaps as the metagame continues and more Pokemon get added, I might switch it over to Sap Sipper, especially if Amoonguss gets added to the game. Then I'll probably put Sap Sipper back on. Or I might start running all creamy again, just to counter sleep strategies. For now, we move. Okay, so we do a little bit of that, and then you can have my Choice Scarf. And that way, whatever move you're using next, you're locked into it. Hopefully you're using like Body Press or something and you're just stuck with that. You go for Electro, well, you're not gonna go for Electro Shot because it would take you 2 turns to use it. Whereas if it's raining, it would not. So, unless you're gonna, oh, great. And what exactly is coming in? Basculegion? Doggone it. So, unless you have some way of setting up Rain Dance. Great, so we're trading a Choice Scarf for a Choice Scarf. Well, that means they get to roll again, right? That means they can just go again. All right, as far as you're concerned, this is the Lucario with a Choice Scarf. You have no idea that it's a Zoroark. All right, and I should still outspeed. Okay, and then that's gonna burn my Pokemon, right? Because of your ability. That was a crit. Well, that's cool. Great. So Goodra be burning. Okay. Not too worried. Okay, so between Basculegion and Zoroark, outside of Rain, Zoroark should outspeed. So I remain hopeful that Zoroark's Shadow Ball deals enough damage to take out this Basculegion. That's why I switched to Shadow Ball over Bitter Malice. 1, to better keep up the disguise that is Zoroark, and 2, that extra oomph from Shadow Ball is often just enough to take out a Pokemon, because I was usually facing Pokemon that would survive with like 2% of their HP. So we'll do this. So Ancient Power against you should KO. Shadow Ball against you should KO. All right. If you want to bring that Arcaludon back in, I can hopefully 2-hit KO it with some Shadow Balls once more. So let's see what you got, huh? Oh, you're thinking. Well, you don't want to flip turn again? Yeah, you're probably worried because now you realize I'm also holding a Choice Scarf. And if it was a Lucario, I think it still would outspeed you. Zoroark, absolutely. They both have like 105 speed or something, right? I think. Well, you know my Lucario. At least if you think this is a Lucario, then you know it's not holding a Mega Stone. And then you have no idea what my 4th Pokemon is. Or maybe you do know it's a Zoroark. Because you're like, well, Lucario wouldn't do a Choice Scarf. That's just silly. Alright, hopefully this is enough. Oh my god! I switched to Shadow Ball to avoid these situations! That's why I dropped Bitter Malice! Alright, well the recoil damage should take you out. Fine. Get recoiled. Alright, there you go. And then it only leaves the Arcaludon. And I've got Lucario in the back who can deal with that too. A special attacking Lucario. Makes me a little bummed that I don't have Aura Sphere. I got Vacuum Wave. So, I might still be a 2-hit KO. Let's see, Flamethrower, that won't do much. Nah, we moving. Alright, so hopefully this just takes you out. And hey, if I get the Ancient Power boost, that's even better. Ancient Power boost, please. Alright. Well, it's just Arcaludon and the Scoville in here. I will give Scoville some credit. It's Mega Evolution Cry sounding all robotic. That's pretty cool. And the fact that they even gave this thing a Mega Evolution gives it a bit more relevance. Alright. Well, I'm not too threatened by the Scoville. I don't know too much about it other than its ability. Well, here's the problem with what comes next. Because I don't think I can one-hit KO the Arcaludon. And if I don't, Scoville is just going to take out Lucario. Lucario can't take a Flamethrower. So I'm wondering if the better play is to have Lucario lock in on the Scoville, because he'll outspeed. We lock in with Rock Tomb, he gets burned, that's fine. That'll neuter my physical attack, but not my special attack. See, if Goodra outsped, then there'd be no concern here, but since she doesn't... See, okay, Ancient Power, and then maybe we double down. So, Rock Tomb has a slight chance of missing, and I don't know if his physical defense or special defense is higher, so I'm gonna go for Psychic instead, and we're just gonna hope for the best, yeah? Alright. Yeah, Lucario, you locked your eyes on him for a second? Good thinking. Eyes on the prize. I think his special defense is lower than his physical defense, so I'm hoping that by using Psychic, you can just take him out. Oh man, this is gonna be... Oh, I was gonna say, like, if I threw there... Whatever. Okay, I'm burned. And then Arcaludon can't take us both out unless you... maybe you can learn Earthquake? I don't think Arcaludon usually runs that. Thunderbolt! Boy, am I glad to see that. Alright. Very good. Can't paralyze me because I'm already burned. And then that'll do like nothing. That's fine. Alright. Hooray! The powers of a mixed attacker, Mega Lucario, are about to come into fruition. Alright, yeah, those burns are unfortunate. It tips away the damage that I just restored with leftovers. Still. Alright, works for me. Even better. I almost threw there. I was overthinking everything. I was afraid that Rock Tomb had a chance of missing. And then I wasn't sure if your physical defense was higher or your special defense, but I figured I lowered your special defense, so Psychic was bound to KO, right? And boom! Now I'm in Ultra Ball rank. Huzzah! Again, proving myself that I know how to play this game. I'm just trying to make Simipour work. And I mean, I guess let the record show I tend to perform better when I don't bring Simipour to the battle. These bonuses that I get for winning matches after having already reached Master Ball rank previously are much appreciated because it certainly decreases the amount of matches that I have to win and therefore saves me valuable time. I am just choosing to throw that all away in favor of using Simipour. Speaking of Simipour, Simipour may fare well here against the Palafin, the Quaquaval, and the Gyarados. And to a lesser extent, the Kleavor and the Sableye. Really, the problem would be the Archaludon, but I can deal with that when I come to it. Okay, I'm gonna do it! I'm gonna bring Simipour to this match! Alright, which means I best start off maybe something along the lines of Zoroark, Simipour. Zoroark I gotta bring in case he brings Archaludon. And to a lesser extent, the Sableye. And then who we want with the back? Well, purely because he has 3 water types, I kind of want to bring Goodra and Meganium. So new Lucario then. Lucario's good against the Archaludon, but if Zoroark is going to be my counter to that anyway, then it's probably not necessary. So maybe Goodra, Meganium. Leading with Meganium is not unheard of. Hey! Hey! Do not do that! Hey! No! Hang on. I finally found the match where I thought Simipour would be competent against a human player! And you're kicking me out? Oh my god, see, it didn't even save my selection. So what did I do? Zoroark, Simipour, Goodra, Meganium, right? That's how I had it? Got it. Guess it gave me a chance to reconsider my thought process. I think this is the way. Alright. Hopefully I didn't mess this up, because if I lose this, it's like, the game even gave me a chance to reconsider, and I said no. Alright, Toma. We are both Ultra Ball ranked players. Sableye and Kleavor. Yep. 2 traditional starting Pokemon. It seems pretty reasonable that I would start with Meganium, right? Or so you believe! Just you wait until I trick your Sableye into using one move over and over and over. And then I guess I may as well just go for all reliable. I don't even know if I can call this reliable. Light Screen, fine. Whatever you use next shall be your last. Okay? Well, it should be your only. I mean, you'll probably use it a couple of times. So Light Screen, fine. Better than you using Thunder Wave or whatever else. Okay, and then Kleavor, you're using, what is that move that puts the Stealth Rocks up? Oh no, you're not doing that. Because you thought that was the actual Meganium! And it wasn't. It was a Zoroark. A Zoroark being a ghost type means he resists the pesky bugs. Alright, cool. And then I got your berry from you, so thank you for that. And actually, Simipour is going to follow on that front. He too shall consume this berry. There you go. Defense going up. Awesome. Alrighty. So, Sableye is stuck with a Choice Scarf. I may as well do this. And then I think either Recycle or Helping Hand. Oh, we'll get my berry back. Alright. Man, this strategy would be so much more fun with other berries. Oh, I see, now you're using Helping Hand. So now you're locked into Helping Hand, which means you're never going to attack. X-Scissor again. Was enough. A wise move on your part, I must say. Alright, so Zoroark down, it's fine. Zoroark did what he needed to do, and that was shutting down the Sableye. Okay, I will now reacquire this berry. Alright, now how do you feel about dealing with Goodra? Got any moves for that? Oh, thank you. You might learn like Brick Break or something. We'll deal with it as it comes. So, in preparation of that, I can switch into the real Meganium. Nobody goes for X-Scissor, but we'll get a Chilling Water off. Ancient Power Boost? Dude, if I get the Ancient Power Boost, that's basically a win condition for me. 1 in 10 chance. Alright. And then I'll slow it down just in case. Because now Sablaye's locked into helping. Oh, okay. I'm more than fine with that, honestly. And then you... Helping Hand, nothing! Great. Alright. Well, whatever. Let's slow it down. So, boom. That slows you down, and then if you have stamina, your defense is going to go up, which doesn't really matter much to me. Okay. Boom. And then stamina, yep. And then this won't do much either. But if I get the Ancient Power Boost... Come on, Ancient Power Boost, please. Please. I never get it. I never get it. It's a 1 in 10 chance. You think I'd get it by now? Whatever. Alright, well... I guess I can roll for it again. And then you... As much as I don't really want to forfeit the defense boost, but I mean... Simipour, if I switch him out and switch him back in, he's basically back to where he started. He's at full health, holding his berry still. So, let's get him out of there. Let's go on to Mega Mom. Helping Hand, alright. And what exactly is your play? You going for Electro Shot or something? Let's see. Come on, Ancient Power Boost, please! Please? I never get it. Alright, and what exactly are you doing? Dragon Tail. Ooh. Well, I'm glad that missed. I got lucky with that, I won't deny that. If that hit, I mean, that's not really a huge deal. And if I Mega Evolve, then you can't use Dragon Tail on her because she'll become a Fairy type. So, what do you say we go ahead and put some Leech Seeds up, yeah? There you go. Sableye's only using Helping Hand. Yeah, okay, get out of here. Get out of here. Kleavor, welcome back. Okay. Here we go. So no more Dragon Tail for you. I suppose you could use it on Goodra. Dragon Tail has negative priority, so it means I get to do everything before you get to use Dragon Tail. Okay? So I'll take that health back, thank you. Doesn't matter how much you boost your defense, you are now Leech Seeded. You are welcome to switch out if you so desire. Please, give me the Ancient Power boost. Please. Oh my god! I never get it, dude. My opponents, oh frick. I'm okay. But my opponents can freely fully paralyze me multiple turns in a row. They can get the double protects, they get all the flinches, and I can't get a 1 in 10 chance of Ancient Power after using it 3 times. Oh my god. Well, you don't know I have Protect yet, right? Well, you're gonna find out. Oh, yeah, Light Screen. I forgot about that. Alright. So I will Chilling Water you. No. I'm going for that Ancient Power boost, darn it. I got one more turn to try it, right? Let's give that a whirl. Okay, and now my Ancient Power will deal slightly more damage than it did previously. Okay, so boom. Try that. Alright, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. And then... So you can learn Close Combat. I guess I should have known Scizor can learn it. I should have expected Kleavor to learn. And you got a crit for good measure. Golly. I don't know if he needed the crit or not. Probably not. The crit certainly solidified the defeat. Okay, no more Flash Cannon. Give me that health back. Well, the good news is your speed is still dropped. if that's gonna matter. Alright, that leaves me with Meganium and Simipour. Great! Well, the Kleavor has his defenses dropped. He might feel threatened and then switch out. Okay. Alright. Hoping for the best here. I can take another Flash Cannon. Well, Meganium will outspeed at this point, right? So why don't I do this? What if I used Helping Hand on Meganium, and then I Giga Drain the Kleavor? Kleavor won't take me out this turn, right? I guess we'll find out. Let's see. So boom. And then if you're not holding a Focus Sash, this might actually KO. It'll do neutral damage. Close combat. Simipour, are you okay, buddy? Oh, you're fine. That's without your defense boost, too. Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah, restore that health. Thank you. All right. And all right, no Focus Sash. Awesome. Okay, so I can definitely take another Flash Cannon, and then I'll restore even more health with the Leech Seed. Cool. Kleavor down. Still got Sableye, who's stuck holding a Choice Scarf. All right. You're not holding a Choice Scarf. You're just choosing to use Flash Cannon each time. That did a lot, though. Hang on. Is that how much it did last time? Kind of hoping I could have put my Choice Scarf onto Arcaludon, but having on Sableye is still useful. Okay. The Meganium still outspeeds. That's the important thing. So I could reliably use Giga Drain and keep restoring her health and maybe get that to work. So let's see. What do we want to do here? Well, I best get my berry back. It's the only way Simipour's strategy works. And then, realistically, I should go for Protect. It's just Flash Cannon's gonna take me out the next turn anyway, right? So, Mud Slap it is. I could save Simipour for the end game. Okay, Light Screen, so now you're stuck using Light Screen, which is fine. It means you're not using Helping Hand. Okay, boom, getting my berry back. It's just if this thing has Electro Shot or Thunderbolt, then I just lose, right? So if Meganium goes down here, I just have to pray that he misses at some point against my Simipour. Maybe he switches it out, I don't know. Okay, defense goes up. Oh my god, Mud Slap was the answer! Okay, awesome. I love that. I love that that worked. Okay. I so needed that. Hopefully my luck's turning around. I so needed that. And now Sableye's stuck using Light Screen. More than fine with me. Okay. Golly, I really have to win this match with Simipour and Mega Mom, huh? Alright. So if he uses Thunderbolt on Simipour, Simipour was just destined to die anyway, right? So, maybe we'll just go for the Stuffed Cheeks. Or... No. It's good. Just go for the Stuffed Cheeks. Sableye's stuck using Light Screen, and then we Protect here. I got lucky once, okay? There we go. So, boom. Thank you. Alright, stuff the cheeks Simipour. Have a nice last feast. Okay, Sableye's just staying in, fine. Okay, stuff those cheeks, and if you're taking out Simipour, then so be it. Let's see what we got. Okay. Okay, so I guess that was the play. Now, can Meganium take another Flash Cannon? How much did it... I went from, like, 160 just down to plain old 60, right? You did about 100 damage, so if I'm at over 100 health, I should be okay. Let's see. And I can probably use Mud Slap again. Okay. I can probably take another one? Let's find out. Alright, so... may as well Mud Slap it again. And then if you leave Sableye in, that's on you. That's just dead weight on your team at this point. I'm not using Mud Slap necessarily for the damage, I'm using it for the accuracy drop. Because I already proved that was helpful before. And if it misses again, I might have this in the bag. Okay, yep, dead weight. Awesome. Okay, getting my berry back, thank you. Great. Great, great, great. Mud Slap. So glad I outspeed. Okay, boom. Yeah, so if you want to leave Sableye there, if I take out the Archaludon, then that's all I have to do is take out the ally. Okay. Megamon, can you take it? Good girl! Good girl! Oh, Meganium, you're the best. You're the best. Okay, and then we protect this next turn. Mud Slap again. Oh, good girl. That's on you for leaving your Sableye in. You gotta switch. Alright. Well, for the sake of chip damage, I better go for Rock Tomb, yeah? You might not have an electric attack. I feel like you would have used it by now to take out Simipour, maybe. Or you just really think that Meganium is the main threat, and I don't blame you, she is. You have no idea what my Simipour is gonna do, huh? So boom. That, and then some chip damage with Rock Tomb, and then next turn I should be able to take it out. And then Sableye is just stuck using Light Screen. So if I take out... no, that only did 2%. I guess I have been boosting your defense a ton, huh? I kind of forgot about that. Still. I outspeed you. Okay, boom. Do we think a Helping Hand Mud Slap will finish it off? Maybe. Maybe. That might have to be the play. Do we think a Helping Hand Mud Slap can deal 14% worth of damage? Oh my god. I'm gonna have to. I ain't playing for double protect, that never works. Alright, let's go. Helping Hand Mud Slap, let's do it. And if you switch, still fine with me. Your Sableye is stuck using Light Screen. You switch out Sableye, which you might do this turn, I don't know. Point is, I basically turned this into a 2v1 to some extent. Helping Hand coming in clutch, let's see. Give the Mega Mom some support, yeah? She's a mom, she needs all the support she can get. And boom. Yeah! Yeah! Simipour coming through! My crazy quirky strategy's coming through! Alright. The Sableye is still stuck using Light Screen. Alright. Man, if I could have, I would have put Leech Seed on the Sableye as well. So I could be getting the double seed. That's fine. I got real lucky with how that played out. Gyarados is the last one. You could choose to Mega Evolve it. I'm gonna Rock Tomb ya. Even if you Mega Evolve it, lowering your speed is just inherently useful. And I'm at +2 defense, yeah? So this could work in my favor. You didn't have Intimidate. You would have Moxie, but you're about to Mega Evolve, right? And when you Mega Evolve, what ability does Gyarados get? Not Intimidate. I think it's still Moxie, right? I forget. I don't really see Mega Gyarados all that much. So, you Mega Evolve, you become weak to Meganium. You don't Mega Evolve, you become weak to Simipour's Rock Tomb. I'm hitting you with his Rock Tomb. Alright. Alright, you are Mega Evolving, which is a nice treat. There you go. Shiny Mega Gyarados. Alrighty. So let's see, you probably have Ice Fang or something. Mold Breaker, that's what he has, Mold Breaker. Alright. No Dragon Dance, no Dragon Dance, no Dragon Dance. Okay, Light Screen, whatever. No Dragon Dance. No Dragon Dance, let's see. Okay, so we're lowering his speed. So Simipour naturally outspeeds if he does go for Dragon Dance, that's interesting. Okay. Crunch! Works for me! And those defense boosts coming in play. Alright, I can still take another one. Alright, me lowering your speed might now mean that I could outspeed you with Meganium. We're gonna find out. Alright, Giga Drain that Gyarados. Alright, so you're more concerned about the Meganium, or sorry, you're more concerned about the Simipour, or you knew that Meganium was gonna use Protect. I would believe that you'd still have Ice Fang or even Bounce. We're gonna find out. You're thinking about it, yeah, because you know your Sableye can't do anything, so you gotta choose wisely with your Gyarados. That Giga Drain is gonna do wonders for me. Okay, Light Screen, whatever. That Light Screen is gonna help you. Stuffed Cheeks. So I will now undo the defense drop you just did to me. Alright, so now I've restored some health. Alright, Meganium does outspeed. That Light Screen is put in the work for you, I won't deny that. Good job, Meganium! I'm really about to bring this back with Mega Meganium and Simipour. Flamethrower? That's not what I thought you were gonna have. I forgot Gyarados even learned that. I guess he could. He'd learned Hyper Beam and stuff back in the day. Forfeited! Alright, the Wrath of Simipour and Mega Mom was too strong! There! I beat a human player who Mega Evolved and had a Sableye and everything using a Simipour! Alright? Is every match gonna go like that? For my own sanity, I hope not. I'm just glad I was able to demonstrate Simipour pulling out a victory. I brought him to the end, too. The Stuffed Cheeks recycle strategy was actually coming in clutch. This next match has to be my last one. I tried, folks. I really tried to get to Master Ball rank with Simipour. This is taking too long. I've been sitting here for almost 4 hours just trying to get stuff done. I've just been going back and forth between wins and losses. So I think I'll bring Simipour to this one as like a swan song. You might actually do okay here against Politoed, Incineroar, and Como-O. If I bring Simipour, do you want to start with Meganium? It's usually Zoroark. It's usually Zoroark, Simipour. Alright. Alright. Okay. And then in the back, Meganium. Meganium will do well against the Sinistcha, the Como-O, and the Politoed. Gengar's a problem. I think someone showed that even a Ghastly using Sludge Bomb one-hit KOs Meganium at the highest possible special defense stat. Like if you put all your EVs in special defense, your IV, boost your special defense. So, alright, well we're starting with Gengar, so hopefully I can just take it out now and then that won't be a problem. Alright. Go ahead and fake out the Meganium. In fact, use Sludge Bomb on the Meganium, you know you want to. Alright, you have any idea what my Simipour is gonna do? Because let me tell you, I don't even really know what my Simipour is gonna do anymore. Alright. Better just go for it. And... I think I should just go on the offensive. Let's go into Goodra. Simipour, come back. You've at least proven that you can hold down the endgame of a match fairly well. So, I trust you going in the back. Alright, come on back. He has no idea that Zoroark is in the match just yet. He might have even thought that the Zoroark was disguised as a Simipour. Mega Evolving the Gengar. Well, I'm glad I switched what I did, because you'll have... not an Arena Trap. Shadow Tag, so I wouldn't have been able to switch later. So glad I did that now. Alright, let's see what we got. Fake outs. Cool. Let's lower that speed. Let's lower that speed of yours. Boom. Alright, and then... so I guess you didn't think that that Simipour was actually a Zoroark, because you opted to fake it out. You were threatened by Simipour! That's what I'm saying. Maybe it's just having Simipour on the team is something of a deterrent. And then Gengar, nope. Nope. Alright, well that's even better than you haven't had you used Sludge Bomb. Okay, but now you know that this is Zoroark. So, whatever Incineroar uses next, it's locked into. And I can't switch, so I just kind of have to roll with this. So, what do you say we go... I want to do an Ancient Power Boost so badly. I never get it. You know, here's the thing, right? If I was able to use Pledge moves... oh, you're bringing Incineroar back, fine. If I was able to use Pledge moves, and you combine, what is it, Water and Fire Pledge, that increases the odds of secondary effects happening. So I would love to do that, and then you spam Ancient Power. It just never happens. Spam Ancient Power, spam Blizzard, freeze all my opponents and get Ancient Power boosts. Alas, there's no Pledge moves. And who knows if they're coming back. Maybe they'll come back when all the starters are actually in the game, because the Gen 3 starters aren't. Here, you can have that. And then hang on. I gotta keep track of what I'm doing. Shadow Ball you, and Chilling Water, I guess you, just double down. Because you just used Protect the previous turn, and I doubt you're going for the double Protect. What was I saying? Oh, you're actually switching out? Okay. I'm fine with that. I'm glad I used Chilling Water then. So whatever you use next, you're locked into Encore. So am I using Trick? Is that what's about to happen? Let's see. Oh no, I'm locked into Shadow Ball. Okay, fine. Yeah, I didn't do a whole lot. That's fine. Okay, have you ever seen a Meganium use Shadow Ball? Well, you have now. Boom. Works for me. Now, I can actually comfortably switch, so that's a non-issue for me. Alright, as tempting as it is to leave Meganium in, I may as well switch into the Simipour again. And then we will do... Guess I can do Chilling Water onto you, but probably do it on the Maushold. Because now, Incineroar is locked into one move. Probably using Darkest Lariat. No way you're using Fake Out. If you use Fake Out, then you're just stuck. You'll have to switch out again. Let's go. Okay. Helping Hand. Alright, is this going to be Darkest Lariat? Okay, it could actually be Flare Blitz. Are you Flare Blitzing the Goodra? Throat Chop. Alright, that's fine. Whatever. Okay, and then we do that. Boom. Alright, so we're just going to use Helping Hand for the remainder of this battle. And I may as well lock into the Incineroar, who is now stuck using Throat Chop, I might add. So, I will keep lowering your attack. And in case the Maushold does want to use Population Bomb, I've lowered its attack as well. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. Alright, let's show that I can win once again using a Simipour. Going back? Yeah, I got it. You don't like having that attack drop on you. I can't say I blame you. Okay, I'm not worried about you. Well, I'm not worried about you. Okay, so now I can't switch. I am gonna go ahead and get my defense boost, thank you. And then you could go for Shadow Ball. Can't use Sludge Bomb on Goodra. You could use Sludge Bomb on Simipour. We'll see how that plays out. Okay. Cool. Are you gonna switch back into Incineroar? Because this is just getting obnoxious at this point. Alright, and then... I don't know, I kind of want to play around an Ancient Power Boost, but... in case the Maushold decides to finally start attacking. Works for me, I was targeting you anyway. Alright. And Parasong, yeah. I've seen this before. Whoop-de-doo. You use Parasong on Simipour. You're that threatened by it, huh? Well, then usually what happens next is you just start spamming Protect, which is fine. Does Maushold use Protect? Shoot, I lost track. It's got Follow Me and Helping Hand. Alright. Yeah, and then you just kind of keep Gengar here for a little bit. Alright. Whatever. So we'll do this. So we'll do Boom, and then I'll Flash Cannon. Better yet, we will Rock Tomb you, and we will Acid Spray you, and then hopefully, if you use Follow Me, that'll just take you out the next turn, whatever. Gengar using Protect. Okay, so you're not using Follow Me. Well, I wasn't sure. Okay. Oh, so it does have... So Protect, Helping Hand, Follow Me, and then probably Population Bomb, right? So if Zoroark's last Pokemon standing, you can't hurt it. Alright, well, you use Parasong on Simipour and Goodra. Does it look like I'm worried? Because I'm not. Alright, let's keep it going. Okay. I'm just thinking. Okay, so... Shall we roll once more then? Simipour, you've done a great job of taking that Parasong. And then I'll just we'll Flash Cannon. That way when Zoroark comes in and Shadow Balls something, he can just KO it from there, right? And I got my Choice Scarf off of me, so Zoroark is free to do as he pleases. You're gonna have to switch out your Pokemon. Yeah. Well, okay. If you just brought back Gengar, then I can freely switch out my Pokemon. Right? I think you're doing the Parasong strategy wrong. Whatever. Wouldn't that be great if I just took out Maushold right here? You went for the double Protect. Alright. Dude does not want Maushold going down. I'm glad you didn't get the double Protect. I sure never get it. Okay, so now I can comfortably switch out my Pokemon. Is that what you're banking on? I probably should do it. And then he knows I have Zoroark, he just doesn't know where it's gonna go. So, should Zoroark go in place of Simipour or should Meganium? Zoroark should probably go where Simipour is, and then Meganium goes where Goodra is. Yeah, that works for me. Because no way he's gonna use a poison move on what would be... Okay. Do you think just by sending it back in that I'm no longer allowed to switch? Yeah, you messed up your own Perish Song strategy, buddy. Boom. Okay. Cool. Works for me. Do you suspect the Zoroark? Well, now you're gonna have to. What's better than 1 Meganium? 2 Meganiums! Oh, Rage Powder. I don't think you know this either. So Rage Powder, counting as a powder move, which is a specific type of move, does not affect grass types. That means then that if you use Rage Powder, Meganium just gets to ignore it. So, if you're gonna try your Perish Song strategy again, I'm debating if I want to do Leech Seed or Mud Slap. I should probably do Leech Seed. And if you go for Sludge Bomb, then like, whatever, right? But yeah, that's why you can't use Sleep Powder, that's why you can't use Spore. And I think Poison Powder doesn't work as well. It's a Poison type move, but it's still a Powder move. So you can't use them on Grass type Pokemon. If you're using Rage Powder, I guess we'll find out in a moment. I'm not really feeling all too intimidated. Alright, now you know which one's the real mom. The Mega Bomb! Look at that. There you go, so. Bada bing, bada boom, won't do much. That's fine. Yeah, okay, critical hit. That doesn't actually make you feel any better. Really? Really? Oh my god. Okay. Great. I needed the Leech Seed to connect more than I needed the critical hit. I don't count that as me being lucky. I needed the Leech Seed to put pressure on the Incineroar. Should I have gone for Mud Slap? Was that the answer? I figured even Leech Seed checked for a switch. It just always misses. Alright. Well, speaking of always missing, how about you miss for a change? How about that, huh? If you outspeed and you KO Meganium because you used Flare Blitz or something, whatever. I feel like you're going to take out the Zoroark. And if you use Rage Powder with your Sinistcha, Meganium just bypasses it. I'm kind of hoping that's exactly what you do, so I can just kind of prove this. So, boom. Alright. Into Goodra. Alright, it's Fake Out, whatever. And what's the Sinistcha doing? Gotcha again? Oh boy. Alright. This all would have been different if that Leech Seed connected. Now I gotta deal with all this. Now I gotta deal with so much stuff, dude. This is why this match has to be my last one, okay? So I pray that I win it. Now you're stuck using Fake Out. So I'm not even remotely worried about you. I am actually gonna... You can't use Fake Out twice in a row. So I'm wondering like if I should just predict the switch and go for Acid Spray. Yeah. Acid Spray, and then I'm just gonna do Leech Seed again. Cause like, whatever. Okay, and if you use Rage Powder, Meganium's gonna skip it. Alright, let's go. Gengar, whoop-de-doo. Can Leech Seed connect this time at least? Okay, watch this. Watch this, okay? Meganium's gonna be like, what Rage Powder? Okay. Boom. Look at that. Case in point. You're gonna learn today, buddy, that grass types aren't affected by powder moves. And that includes Rage Powder. Alright. That's why a good counter to Amoonguss is another Amoonguss. Alright, boom. I'll take that back, thank you. Awesome. Alright, so do you not have Sludge Bomb? You have Perish Song, you have Protect, you got Shadow Ball. I feel like your fourth move would be Sludge Bomb now. Alright, well, we're just gonna roll. You use Rage Powder. Yeah. Maybe okay. Let's just do this. You use Rage Powder, it's gonna hit the Sinistcha. And... See? Yeah, alright. So we do boom. You just double down on the Gengar in case he goes for Perish Song again. And look, if you use Rage Powder, my Flash Cannon is gonna hit that Sinistcha and hopefully KO it. And Meganium gets to skip it anyway. Yep, watch this, here we go again. Alright, in case you didn't get it the first time. So, Goodra's gonna hit you, whatever. Perish Song. Yeah, saw that coming. Well, I'll lower your accuracy and I'll sap away more health from that Leech Seed. Okay, so boom. Thank you. Thank you. Alright. And then that lowers your accuracy. Awesome. Flash Cannon. Hopefully that just KOs. Darn. Yeah, if I had more EV investment in Special Attack, that would have KO'd. She has a couple. She has like 4 or 5 EV points in Special Attack. I just instead chose to invest it into HP and Defense so that she could really rely on the bulk. That's why she has Acid Spray and Chilling Water in the first place. Alright. So what happens now? You want your Sinistcha to go down? No way that Sinistcha has Protect. In fact, I'm gonna call your bluff. I say you're switching out Sinistcha. I say you're switching out Sinistcha so you can send it back in later so you can restore the health on your Gengar. And in preparation of that, you're gonna send an Incineroar and I'm gonna Leech Seed the heck out of it. What do you say about that? I suppose if that really was my prediction, I should have done Chilling Water onto the Incineroar. Okay, got it. Well, would you look at that? It's like I played this game before. All right? Yeah, all right, I should have done Chilling Water, whatever. That was kind of a just in case type of scenario. In case you did have Sludge Bomb and chose to use it on Meganium. I should have just doubled down. All right, that works for me. And now, I get the double seed, baby. Cool. You want to keep that Gengar in? Because you switched it out, then I'm free to switch out. All right, there we go. Boom. Thank you. Take that back. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, now then. What's the Incineroar gonna do? You wanna go for Fake Out? You wanna do this, buddy? There we go. Alright, then I'll just go again onto the Gengar. And then, yeah, you might bring Sinistcha back in. I can't do much about that. So, if you don't bring Sinistcha back in, then Incineroar gets hit with that. And I best protect, in case you got Flare Blitz or something. Let's see. And if you switch it back into Sinistcha, then it's whatever. Oh, if you're not switching it, okay. Alright. Boom. Fake Out. Okay, so now you're stuck using Fake Out. Yeah, call that Disable onto which Pokemon? Well, okay, so I can't use Flash Cannon. I can still use Chilling Water. Fine with me. Boom. You want to disable that too? I got Ancient Power. Awesome. So you're stuck using Fake Out. I'm still getting Leech Seed from you guys. Okay, so unfortunately that won't take out the Incineroar. What's gonna happen next is Sinistcha's gonna come in, Gengar's gonna get health restoration. The next time you send an Incineroar though, it's dying. Alright? So Goodra and Meganium are probably gonna go down right now, which is unfortunate. So I should probably bank on the fact that he's gonna switch. Can't use Flash Cannon. So, I mean, yeah, that does kind of suck, huh? I can't switch. So, do I think Zoroark and Simipour can finish the job? I guess we're gonna find out, huh? Because Gengar is gonna switch this turn. And then, may as well just Mud Slap whatever comes in, right? Double down on it. And if you leave Incineroar in, then it dies to Leech Seed. So like, Incineroar goes out, yeah? You're gonna switch them both out? So yep, that's smart, that was the play, Sinistcha first. Okay. Although, to think, if I didn't trick the Choice Scarf, oh! You're just gonna sack the Gengar, huh? To think though, I was gonna say, if you were gonna switch them both, if I didn't trick the Choice Scarf onto Incineroar, Mega Gengar would have been switched out first, and then your Hospitality from Sinistcha would have worked on something else. Okay. Well, great. So Gengar goes down. Alright. Yeah, because you're the fastest thing on the field, so you go down first. Boom. Meganium goes down. Okay. Thank you, Mega Mom. You're the best. So your Hospitality didn't do a whole lot, huh? You did take out my bulkier Mons. Still, my Simipour has proven to be a nuisance for you, huh? Okay, so the important thing is, if Zoroark goes in on the left, they should both be Simipour, right? Oh man, I can't believe this is about to be what happens. I haven't had Zoroark disguised as Simipour at any point during this run, have I? Now I'm about to have two Simipour. This is about to be gross. Look at this. Boom. What's worse than one Simipour? Two Simipour. Do you know which one's the real one? Well, whatever you use next, you're locked into it. So you use Fake Out, you're locked into Fake Out. Use Fake Out on Zoroark, then you're really in trouble. So, just go for it. Okay? And I best stuff Cheeks, yeah? And I have my berry. And then mouse holes and Pokemon. Yeah, so I probably, well, I'm gonna go for stuffed Cheeks. I was gonna say, like, if his last Pokemon's mouse hold, I already forgot that was his last Pokemon. That might be okay. Alright, let's take out the Sinistcha. My Zoroark is not binded by a Choice Scarf, so I can just use Psychic or Flamethrower on it next. Incineroar. If you go for a Dark-type move, I don't think you can... Oh, you're stuck using Fake Out then. Alright. Sinistcha's done. You're holding a Cassid Berry, really? This should still KO you. This should do, what are you at, 16%? Awesome. Your Incineroar has no choice but to struggle. Maltold is not a concern of mine. I'm really about to win this match with the double Simipour. Yeah. You chose the right Pokemon to attack that you didn't hit Zoroark. Golly, alright, that's a good place to end it. Look, folks, could I get to Master Ball rank with the strategy? Maybe. I've already demonstrated that it's not easy. I've lost so many matches. I've won more matches without Simipour than I have with him in it, but I at least won a couple with him in it too. I can test this strategy again when more berries are added to the game, and if Water Pledge does get added to the game. We don't yet know if they're gonna add more moves. If Water Pledge gets added, oh, then you better believe, if it gets added to Simipour, you better believe I'm gonna run that instead. For now, I'd say that wraps up this video of Pokemon BATAW, and I'd like to thank you all for watching. I hope to see you on future videos where I try out future gimmicky strategies. This is most likely not the end for Simipour. I'll try him again in the future. But for now, bye-bye, humans. Whoosh! And so, we've reached the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, please click on the like button or leave a comment. Either of those actions would really help me out. And hey, in case you didn't know, I have another channel called my Blue channel where I frequently post editorial and discussion type videos. You can head over there by clicking on the video icon in the lower right corner. So if you wish to watch something a little more relaxing or just need some more background noise, please consider checking it out. Either way, thank you so much for watching.